How's it, guys? Welcome to another episode of Launch Drive. And no, Francisco hasn't got prettier. This is his older brother, Richard. And today we are in the all-new Volkswagen Touareg.
Yes.
We're on the coast of South Africa in a place called Plet. We've been driving here for 2 days. And I drove the car first before Richard yesterday morning. And then when Richard arrived at the airport, I said to him, "You're going to want to own this car." And Richard, he was a little bit, I don't know, I'm not sure. I heard it's good. I don't know how good. Was that right?
Yeah, no. Oh, when someone says that to you and says you're going to want to own this car, you immediately think, no, I want to find every single conceivable thing that's wrong with this car. But I must tell you, this is one good SUV. So, what do we got? We've got the 3-litre V6 TDI. This has the 190 kilowatt, 600 Newton meter powertrain. And it's mated to the 8-speed gearbox. They call it DSG gearbox. So, it's just lovely. And I was telling Sam, the reason why I think I love these sort of vehicles, that obviously I own a vehicle like this, and it's not very often that you drive a competitor to what you actually drive on a daily basis, and you're now finding things that you like about your vehicle but would want them better, and you find them all in here. For instance, you've got this, what do they call the screen? I keep on forgetting the name.
This is called the Envision cockpit.
Yeah, the Envision cockpit. It is huge. I'm sure Sam will show you on the cutaways now. It is massive. It's like 2 LCD screens. There's not a button to be seen, but it's just lovely. It's almost like if anyone has used an iPhone or a smartphone, specifically an iPhone, here we go with the comments with the iPhone and Android. But it's got the center button that, and
it's like a home button.
Yeah, like a home button, and it's very intuitive, very easy to set up, and you can personalize it the way that you want as well.
It's kind of like a new system for Volkswagen. They haven't really used a system like this before.
Yes.
You can swipe between menus. It's got active widgets within menus.
Yeah.
A little bit similar to what BMW are doing now with their system.
Yes.
You get into this car and you look at the cockpit and you just see this big screen which leads into the active info display, and they're all linked together. There's 2 lines, the luxury line and the executive line. The executive line is what we're in today, which is the highest spec model, which starts at $1,088,000.
Yeah.
And then the luxury line starts at $999,000.
Yeah. So
and
just under $1 million.
Just under $1 million.
Yeah.
And I think if you look at it from a value for money perspective, you want to go for the executive.
Yeah.
For that extra 88 G's or whatever it is, you get so much more value for money. You also get the R-line kit on the exterior and the interior, which looks fabulous.
It just adds better presence. It's got the big wheels, the 20-inch wheels. The vehicle that we're driving has 20-inch wheels. You have an option of going 21s. Of course, you're going to go 21s.
Yes.
And it just has presence on the road. Not this is the 3rd generation of Touareg. Sorry, I'm just trying to concentrate on past vehicles.
And also on the executive line, you get the air suspension system, which is wonderful. Wonderful. It's just so smooth.
Yes.
When you go off-road, it can raise up to 70 mils.
Yes.
When you go over 120 k's an hour, it automatically drops like 15 to 20 mils. Just give you that more of a performance, low center of gravity kind of feel. And then what's very interesting is if you're loading in the back boot, or maybe you've got your granny or older person trying to get in the back there, you hit the little button. What?
Sorry, your granny.
Older people, they can't get up high into cars. You press a button and it drops 40 mils for loading, and so for loading in the back, and then I also think for easy access and getting in and out, especially for the frail, because that is an issue that people have. Full of tech. You can have up to 30 interior colors. What do they call it?
You can see we're millennials, because those things count for us. 30 different colors.
30 different colors and ambient lighting, and it's got nice patterns and it looks fantastic. So the LED headlights also very, very impressive.
Yes.
They've got that adaptive system, so when you're following cars, they blank out certain areas so not to dazzle cars in front of you and oncoming cars. And it's pretty instant. You can, as soon as a car comes into vision, you can see that it blanks out that section. So that was really, really cool as well.
One thing I liked about those lights is that it's very very instantaneous. So it responds very quickly to oncoming vehicles, to vehicles that you're following, to changing circumstances, because there are certain lights that I've experienced that are a little bit slow. So for instance, the high beam is on, the vehicle coming through would actually flash you, because the vehicle would think that, hang on, this guy's got his high beams on. But this lighting system is so quick and so refined that you never have that issue. It really has not that issue.
Yeah, for me, this car, I think and I've been open about it, how much I love the Tiguan.
Yeah.
And this is basically like a Tiguan on steroids.
Yeah.
It's bigger, it's got more tech, it's comfortable, produces more power.
Yeah.
So yeah, I definitely think, like, if I had the money, I would definitely go for one of these.
Yeah.
It's a bit like a rich man's Tiguan in essence.
Well, yeah, rich man Tiguan.
And that's not negative about the Tiguan. The Tiguan is a fantastic car, but the Touareg just takes everything good they did with that car,
and put it on a bigger
better.
platform. Yeah. One thing that we didn't talk about is the four-wheel steering in this vehicle. So above 37 kilometers an hour, the vehicle steers. The rear wheels steer in the same direction as the front, so it adds up to a longer wheelbase, better stability, especially during cornering. What impresses me though is below 37 kilometers an hour, where the vehicle at parking speeds. Vehicle turns up to 15 degrees in the opposite direction of the front wheels, reducing the turning circle by 1 meter.
1 meter.
So that's like my wife's biggest complaint when she drives my car. She says your car's too big, you can't park it. It's just, you can't maneuver it. Whereas they've tried to make this vehicle, as big as it is, more maneuverable and easier to live with on a daily basis. So on just on those small bases, because when you're buying a vehicle like this, it needs to be a car that you'd be comfortable with living on a daily basis, drive on a daily on every day. Shove your kids, and that's one thing that this car does very well. It's got all the tech, all the space, and you're saving on a price.
Exactly.
It's a no-brainer.
Yeah, R1 million to you might sound expensive, but if you look at speccing a competitive vehicle to this kind of similar spec, I think you would easily probably spend
1.3, 1.4 easy.
Yeah, easy. 1.3, 1.4 million.
Yeah.
So it's such a good vehicle. They've hit the nail on the head, and it comes in at such a good price, like value for money. Yeah. You get a lot for your money.
Yeah. VW is on a good run.
Yeah.
They've got some beautiful cars, well-driving cars. It's just, it's almost like they can do no wrong these days.
Yeah, it is. They're making fabulous cars. This is another one. They've knocked it out the park. Fantastic product.
Yeah.
So guys, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Comment below. Let us know what you thought about the video and your thoughts about this car. Hit us up on social media. We want to know what you think. Stay tuned, and we'll see you next time.